let's start with Conor right out of the gate. All right, last time we talked, 2 days ago, he had retired. I gave you an entire analysis of what this retirement means and why this retirement should be taken seriously and why this retirement isn't same as the previous retirements. And I tied it into the logistics and all of the rules and policies that go around USADA. Okay, you'll remember when he first came out and was just having a little bit of fun a number of years ago and says, I'm retired. UFC had to come on the back and then go, he doesn't mean that. Those were just words. Can't come out and say he's retired. They'll take him out of the pool, which more importantly, from a headache standpoint, we'll have to reemerge him into the pool. Timeout, running that one back. Okay, great. This time that did not happen. In fact, everybody said, good luck. Here's your hat. What's your hurry? Fine. I'm fine with the whole thing, except, and where's that all going? What's that all mean? I don't fully know. I'm well aware that Conor McGregor will be back. I'm well aware that lots of guys retire just so they can have a comeback fight. You can't have a comeback fight if you don't retire first. Look, I'm not being naive to this whole situation, but I also don't want to be naive to the repercussions that do have to involve USADA when you retire. Well, Ariel had told me a piece of news, which is not so fast. He actually hasn't notified USADA. He is still in the pool. Only point there being would be when and if he decided to come back, he could do it with a very smooth transition, okay? I offered you guys on Wednesday the example of Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar told us he was coming back and he's going to fight Daniel Cormier, different rules for Brock because he was a past offender. He had to serve 6 months instead of the traditional, what I believe is 4. It's 2, it's 3, it's 4, whatever the hell it is. But different for Brock. Tie that in with Uriah Faber has now said that he is considering coming back. He's taken a competitive grappling match coming up with Nicky Ryan. Very good match, I must say. But he's also talking about coming back into MMA. He even had an opponent picked out in TJ Dillashaw. Okay, great. That makes perfect sense for me. I loved all the drama behind Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw because of the situation between Uriah Faber and TJ Dillashaw. I loved it. So I could only think I'm going to love it even more if we remove the Garbrandt and just go master to master, right? Let's just go TJ to Uriah and get this over with. I'm on board. Everything's fine. But one thing that was revealed in this process is even though Uriah had retired, absolutely had retired, gave his notification, done, he never left the testing pool. Very relevant to the story, which means if Uriah simply changes his mind, sends a text message off to his promoter, boom, they could book him. There's nothing standing in the way. I offer you guys that because I'm not totally sure everybody understands what it means to retire and what it means to come back. It's not as simple as just raising your hand and going, okay, I'll do it again. Haha, look at me. Whether it was intention-based or I just changed my mind. Nah, there's actually some procedures and some logistics and some holdups there. Well, not for Uriah. Uriah Faber stayed in the pool. Relevance is if Conor stays in the pool, okay, great. Even a bigger signal that he plans to come back. Okay. George St. Pierre, who recently retired. All that time that George has sat out between fighting Bisping, winning the championship, giving the belt back, saying, look, I don't know if I'm going to do this again, but I might. He stayed in the pool that whole time. So a lot of us are really bought into, hey, George isn't just saying this. George has specifically avoided the R word, retirement. Even when he stepped away after the night he fought Johnny Hendricks, he said, well, I'm just going to leave for a little bit. I'm not done. I'm not retiring. But I'm also, don't book me for a fight because I'm not taking any. In fact, take my championship and get on with it, but I'm not retired. He was very cognizant to not use that word, which meant when he finally did do it and he finally left the pool, it was kind of a big deal. It was a time where you go, okay, I get it. He really is done and gone. I had that same sense with Uriah. I thought that he meant it, and he built so many memories, and I know how busy he is behind the scenes. I know the guy's 20 plus years. So I really did think that he was done. But then when you get revealed that he stayed in the pool, something I didn't know. Oh, okay. He's always had his eye on this. He's always been 1 foot out the door, but 1 foot still in, if you will. I think that would be a fair conclusion to come to with Conor. I also want to tell you this. I don't want to touch, or at least I don't want to get buried in the weeds of a full conversation on what it is Conor is dealing with, okay? That to the utmost level makes me uncomfortable. And I'm also not an expert on it. But I have heard different rumors that are not in line with the one true statement that was put out. The one statement that was put out also had to, not all the ugly stuff that I'm avoiding right now, right? But it also did say he wasn't even arrested. He hadn't even been charged. That was the exact word. He hadn't even been charged. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to walk away. But I do know rules and laws in different countries do change. But the one that we have here in the U.S. is innocent until proven guilty. And these are some very, very ugly things that are being said about somebody. Reserve judgment. Just reserve judgment.